Hi, how are you? I'm Robin. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. This little world right here is Man for Himself. If you like hair product reviews, grooming, skincare, fragrance, and videos like this very one, then you're gonna love it around here. Please do press subscribe right now. I first tried Fatboy Perfect Putty back when I did a brand battle against Morris Motley, and at the very end of that, I said, "Oh, I'm really excited to try their other products." Fast forward to 2020, quite literally almost 2 years, and I've tried loads of their products. I've tried Fatboy Perfect Putty, OVS. I've tried Fatboy Sea Salt Pomade. I've tried their Spray Putty, and now this one, Fatboy Styling Cream. Behold, this gorgeous, almost like toothpaste tube. And with my longer hair, I have been changing things up, and creams, pastes, putties, and lighter stuff tends to work. So, this is by Fatboy. It's an American company. It was a guy who was a hairstylist who then created his own company. He was also in a band which had a song on an iPod advert. There you go. I've done my research. But essentially, this says that it's a hybrid product. It can be used as a pre-styler and a styling product. Looking at the sort of packaging, I quite like this. Like, it feels fun. It's easy to squeeze. However, this did burst, so packaging maybe not so great. But the ingredients, taking a look at that, this is a water-based product. Water-based products, big thumb up from me. It means you're going to be able to wash it out really easily, other than those kind of oil-based products. When you're looking into the ingredients too, you're going to see that it's got sunflower oil, which helps to keep the hair hydrated. There's also properties of heat protection, which means it's going to protect it from UV rays. It is so hot in here. We're in summer in London. And I'm like sweating on my lip, I'm sweating in my hair, I'm sweating under my arms. So maybe I should smear some of this on. But this means that you can use it as a pre-styler because that's going to give heat protection against a hairdryer. In terms of consistency, this really is a cream. You'll be able to see here. Just really goes on. What that means is it's easy to emulsify, so you just get it into the hands and straight through. It does stay quite creamy in your hands, but because it's going to tend to go into the hair and absorb into it, you can really just work it in. Now, there's a couple of ways. I always do this and I get stuck with product in my hands onto here. I'll clean that after. There's a couple of ways of using it. If you want to put it into damp hair, you can put it into damp hair, let it dry naturally, or just kind of work through with a hairdryer. You're going to get something which is slightly more textured. So something which could tend to go crispy if you're going to overload it, or you could put it into dry hair and just put it straight through and leave. And this will be good for someone that's got longer hair, like even longer than mine. You'll take it, avoiding the roots, you don't want to oil it up, and just get straight through the lengths of that. It's going to help to tame it and help to provide a light hold. How I like to use this is either as a pre-styler into damp hair, work through, blast, blast, blast. It's going to give you weightless volume. It's going to give you good definition, loads of texture. You can sort of mix it with, say, a sea salt spray. You can kind of do anything with this. Or you can use your usual pre-styler. You might want to use like a thickening tonic or a defrizz or whatever that might be that you need personally. And then you might just use this as a styling product. So there's loads you can do. For finish, finish is matte, which I like. There's going to be no shine. It's going to look good. It's going to smooth the hair. Or if you've built in that texture with it being wet or with a sea salt spray, you're going to have a little bit more texture. The hold is fine. It's not fantastic. Like if you're going to go out into the wind, if you're going to go out into the wind, your hair is not going to hold. It's not. It is weightless. So what's good about that though is it's malleable. It doesn't dry hard. You can really work that style back in, especially with this longer hair. If I just get a bit into it and kind of just play with it, it means it's going to stay in a way that can be manipulated all day. The washability is good. This washes out no bother, which I like. And I think it's a really reasonable price. I think all the Fatboy products are reasonable prices. When I was talking about the Perfect Putty in the brand battle, it was like half the price of Morris Motley. This is around about the $20 mark or the £20 mark. I think it's about £19. It is obviously on manforhimself.com on the product pages. How much are we here? 100 mils. So I don't think that's too bad actually. It's a product you don't need a lot of, so it is going to last. Now, do I like this? I actually love it. I think it's a really good product. I think it's a great launch from them. Could have been out for ages. But I just think it's really versatile. If you've got shorter hair, you're gonna be able to provide almost like a gel-like sort of consistency. It's gonna give you a good hold, not solid. If you've got longer hair too, you're going to be able to take off any of those sort of frizzy ends or any sort of frizz on the top. You can use it into the pre-styling or the styling. I just think like this is very much coming in my kit bag. It's kind of like one product does all, and I think it's a really great launch. But I will link everything down below in the description. I'll also have it on manforhimself.com with loads more product reviews. There is so much going on there. Also, make sure that you've signed up to the newsletter. The newsletter goes out every week, and it's a bit of a roundup about what's going on the site and also on YouTube. But thank you again for watching. If you're new to this, you're still not pressed subscribe, then hey, where have you been? Come on. Please do press subscribe right now. The button is just there. There's also more video suggestions down there. This is the perfect pointer. A link to the products pages there. My Instagram, including the Man for Hair Instagram account. Loads of inspiration for hairstyles and haircuts up there. But until my next new video, bye-bye.